Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Only you can change your life, nobody else can do it for you. So, before we're going to the main substantive of this speech, we're going to talking about that we're not those for those people. So, we're going to talking about that how we're going to achieve our own goals in the future, and then how we're going to achieve our own scenario that we planned in the previous time itself, ladies and gentlemen. So, here's the things: everyone wants to be a successful person in the future, everyone dreaming the best things for them in the future, everyone planning their own scenario in the future itself. But the current status quo is it is hard for people to looking for a job because of the main factors are because of how is actually the quota from the private company and how actually the problem that the government provide the job from these people itself. So the problem that we face in these cases is actually how the existence of those people that they use other people to be a bridge for them to achieve their own goals itself, ladies and gentlemen. So here's the things, assuming that how if I'm using you as a person to hide me from corruption cases that I did in this country, assuming that how if I'm using you as a person to hide me from a bad mistake that I did just to save my own positions in the job itself, ladies and gentlemen. So sometimes human beings so abstract and hard to predict itself, ladies and gentlemen, but we have right and then we have a power to solve that kind of things. So in this speech I'm going to explain to you two reasons. The first is humans sometimes being too abstract and unpredictable. Last but not the least is actually we have right and then we have the power to solve that kind of cases self-management. So the first point of arguments is sometimes human beings so abstract and unpredictable. So humans is very hard to predict because of the nature of human itself. Humans have a very big desires and have a very big goals that they want to achieve in the future itself, because of every human's dreaming the best thing for them. But here's the problem: sometimes humans, when they are in the middle of process of reaching their own goals and then suddenly they fall down. So there are two type of humans. It's actually, it depends on the conditions. Every human's dreaming the best thing for them, every humans want to be great people in a great way, but it actually depends on the conditions. So here's the characterizations of the human itself. So there are two types of humans. The first is there is a humans that they love to share their own stories itself to another people, and then suddenly they get sympathy from those people, and then actually they use that conditions to use that people to be a bridge for them to achieve their own goal itself, ladies and gentlemen. So it's actually they use and then taking advantage on the how the conditions and situations when they fall down, and then the people is actually help them in the form of helping and kindness itself. So another type of humans actually, they are trying to attract another people, another they are trying to attract another people and just to be a bridge for them to walk on his or her dream itself, ladies and gentlemen. So that's why humans beings, it's hard to predict humans itself, and sometimes human beings so abstract in these cases, ladies and gentlemen. But it's actually related with my second point of arguments, when we have right and then when we have a power itself, ladies and gentlemen. So it's actually when humans are very unpredictable and being so abstract and then taking advantage of the situation or conditions that they made before. It's actually we have right and then we have a power. The power that we have, that if actually is actually we have to be confident on ourselves. We have to focus on what kind of situations and conditions that we can help other people, because of helping and then taking advantage of is two different things. So we have right to choose with which ways or which path that we will use or choose for our own scenario to achieve our own goals in the future itself. So we have a right to be successful persons, but not by using another people, because of we were the same humans. Is humans, we are all the same humans have their own desires and goals that they want to achieve in the future. That's why we have right and then we have power. But and then the master that they wrote the article on the internet itself, they said that we have to believe on ourselves because of the power that we have is being confidence. If we confidence with ourselves and then focus on ourselves, it's actually that was the source of of power that we have, ladies and gentlemen. That so never want to be never accept that the conditions that you are under control of another human self, because of you have right, and then you have a power, you have right to choose your own life, and then you have a power how you're going to achieve that goals, and how you're going to achieve your own scenario that you planned in the previous time itself. So the conclusion is helping and then taking advantage of is two different things, because of humans is too abstract and very hard to predict. We need to focus on ourselves, we need to focus on how is actually the situation and conditions happening between me and you, for example. So life is not always about another people, but life is all, it's about how we're going to achieve our own goals in the future. How life is about how we're going to push our limitations to the hard level, or to the maximum level of ourself itself, for instance. So maybe that's all from me in this speech, and then hopefully that this speech will be beneficial for other people. So because of this is one of the most important things that sometimes people always forget, that they didn't realize that they are under control of another human itself. So maybe that's all from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.